Xin truyền xin kính chào quý vị. Lời đầu tiên cho phép xin truyền gửi lời kính chúc sức khỏe tới quý vị ở khắp mọi nơi, trên mọi nẻo đường xa xôi của Tổ quốc. Cầu chúc quý vị luôn vui, khỏe, bình yên, an lành và tràn đầy hạnh phúc với những người thân yêu của mình. Mời quý vị hãy xem bộ video của con gái xin truyền 14 tuổi viết bài văn được giải nhất của thành phố và giải nhì của cả tiểu bang New York này, viết về một nhân vật trong lịch sử của nước Mỹ.
So, this is the first thing I won. I won first place in all of Monroe County.
Đây là giải thứ hai. Giải thứ hai là của New York này, đấy là cháu nó được giải nhì của cả tiểu bang New York này, là cháu nó được giải nhì. Con nói đi.
So this is the second prize I won, and unfortunately this is where my journey ends. But I got second place in New York and won an extra $500.
So tất cả con được bao nhiêu?
900.
900 thì bà cô cho 300 nữa.
So 1,200.
Đó, bà cô ở Canly, bà cô em của mẹ đấy, bà cô Úc đấy cho 300 nữa. Đó.
Would like Ann and Grace. I didn't introduce the parents. This is Ann's father, Trent. You are welcome to stay if you want to hear business. You will be poured out the door. We have our night essay contest recipient, and it's Ann Tran. Did I say that right? Yeah. Correctly? And Ann is going to be receiving this wonderful medal, which comes with a ribbon that you can wear around your neck. Take it to school, show off to all your friends. Wear to the prom. Wear it to the prom. There you go. Good idea. But both of the medals are engraved on the back with your name and the year that you received it. And so here is this. And then if you'd like to stand up, we also have for you our chapter award, which comes with a little honorarium, as well as this fine, suitable for framing certificate. But wait, we're not done, because Ann not only was here. You got to turn around so your dad can get a picture. There you go. All right. Okay. Don't go away, because like I said, not only was Ann the winner of our chapter award, but Ann also is the second place award winner for the Empire State Society. So that's fantastic. That comes with another certificate suitable for framing, as well as a little honorarium from the state. Turn here so that Dad can get a picture of this one. All right, fantastic. So Ann, congratulations. And Ann has also expressed interest in entering again this year. So, don't tell all your friends.
Just got a suggestion for you. Why don't we have Dad come up there and get a picture of all?
Sure, Dad, why don't you come up here and we'll open up.
What's up, y'all? This is the essay I wrote that won me all that money, and I'm going to read it to you. The title is called Hero of Two Worlds. Born on September 6, 1757, at the Chateau de Chavanic in France, a residence that is suitable for any foraging. Life sounds luxurious until they're unfortunately orphaned at the age of 12. According to the grandmother, their father, uncle, and grandfather deceased valiantly in warfare, though those narratives were embroidered for their sake. Regarding good reasons, since those tales ignited their burning desire to have military distinction. This aspiration intensified during August of 1775 at a dinner party with the Duke of Britain. Gloucester, as he discussed with the American Revolutionary War, an opportunity to avenge his father's death, nation's loss, and fulfilling their ambitions. When autumn came, they supplemented Dean, who administered hiring French officers to employ them without reimbursement. They were royalty after all. They had all the finance they needed. While they have never seen combat before, their fervor for liberation and wealth appointed them Major General at 19. On April 20th, they sailed off to assist America in war on a vessel titled Victory against the King's command. That was the inspirational life of Marquis de Lafayette. Although Lafayette was inexperienced when concerning battlefield action, his passion for emancipation alone served as a symbolization during the Battle of Brandywine, Village Forge, and the final confrontation that established which outlook prevailed in the war, the Battle of Yorktown, vindicating him the title of Heroes of Two Worlds. Lafayette ultimately reached America and encountered his commander, George Washington. He was absolutely enthralled by how majestic Washington subsisted. Washington's fair, cultured tresses peeking through his navy blue tricorn framed his pale skin exquisitely. His harmonizing uniform accentuated his towering physique. As Lafayette conversed with him, he observed how benevolent, eloquent, and chivalrous Washington communicated while welcoming him to family headquarters. Washington thought of Lafayette as merely a French volunteer. Lafayette perceived Washington as the father he never obtained. During the Battle of Brandywine, it seemed like anyone could triumph until another assembly of redcoats joined the fight. Lafayette desperately begged Washington to assign him to the division, commanded by General John Sullivan, so he could assist them. Though Lafayette was considered Major General, he never received a division to command yet. Thus, he remained at headquarters. He was exhilarated when Washington granted him authorization, and Lafayette galloped away on his stallion, finally seizing his first shot at combat. The battlefield was chaotic as he heard the deafening booms of the muskets and rifles. Lafayette associates passively laid deceased with wounds plastered throughout their cadavers, while their crimson blood pigmented the creek. Valorness perfectly describes Lafayette as he witnessed the Patriots cowardly obscuring and started to rally the troops, disregarding the consequences. Jumping off his steed to keep the evacuees in position, burgundy bloodshed gushed out of his leg as he was unfortunately shot and forced to forfeit, instigating Lafayette's immense consternation. Britain prevailed in this battle. On December 25th, the frosty squalls raged severely, contrasted to the delicate snowflakes scarcely descending onto what resembled glacial hell. The injured Lafayette resided at Village Fort with his father, Washington, and the rest of the troops. Today fell Christmas, a buoyant celebration, yet everyone clearly felt English. Lafayette discerned shivering soldiers whose garments became non-existent unless considering the ice coating them. They resembled barbarians as they desperately struggled to discover any raw material to convert into improvised attire. Lafayette perceived his suffering combatants enduring their illnesses such as influenza, typhus, typhoid, dysentery, and scurvy. They groaned in torment as they felt penetrating agony in their head and abdominals. All through the snowy blankets remained sub-zero. Their bodies burned hotter than the sun. Lafayette observed his division of minuscule burnt mutton and infantile spoiled veal, diminutive moldy potatoes, and microscopic rotten cabbages that he distributed with numerous allies, including his father. At least he obtained nutrition to consume, unlike others. Subsequently, Lafayette ascertained that he was allotted to administer the Canadian expedition to conquer France's former province. He was dithered and went to address his fretfulness to Washington. Although he was assured that he could triumph in this annexion, he was incredulous to disregard a manipulation maneuver to emasculate Washington and France's reputation. Washington comprehended that it was imprudence, yet he reassured Lafayette and set him off. Lafayette's fortitude for independence was truly tested as myriads of the 1,200 officers stood nude and reluctant to skirmish while they voyaged throughout the harsher, punitive winter. He disconsolately surrendered again. Winter had extensively concluded, and boom, a cannonball seethed astronomical and soared through the cerulean atmosphere like a wingless fowl before crashing headfirst into Petersburg. The water of the approximate river rippled forcefully from the robust vibrations, splashing onto the opposing shores where Lafayette and his division stood. He had finally accomplished his objective and successfully induced vengeance for his father, as Britain's General William Phillips lived his concluding days in absolute agony. Such a significant occurrence for him, yet the slightest he can do after aborting another operation. This time it was capturing the traitorous General Arnold Benedict. He reminisced how unforgiving his revered Washington was. Wasn't angry, just disappointed. Promptly, Lafayette required a new pursuit. This time, however, he will triumph. He shall epitomize Britain's General Cornwallis' shadow, unnoticed and silent, following his every tread to discover their subsequent scheme. Lafayette and his troops camouflaged into their surroundings, leaving no traces behind. Each breath with nothing but a calculated whisper, barely stirring the air. Every step was deliberate, avoiding any indicative signals. Each creak and rustle was a potential threat to their lives. Guile portrayed Cornwallis, continually concealing something up his sleeve. Nevertheless, Lafayette lingered within the shadows until he was assertive over Cornwallis' true intent. Realizing Cornwallis was heading for Yorktown, he notified Washington, strategized assiduously to overpower them. Eventually, the Battle of Yorktown commenced. Cannons boomed as the Patriots were filled with the determination for autonomy. It was now or never. They craved victory. It wasn't prolonged before witnessing a white handkerchief. Britain won numerous battles, but America had prevailed in the war. Lafayette was merely an orphan amateur 20-year-old who committed blunders during the war. Nonetheless, he surmounted them and achieved victory. His desire for emancipation alone emphasizes his valiantness during the Battle of Brandywine, perseverance during Village Ford, and forbearance during the Battle of Yorktown, aspects heroes should acquire. Juxtaposed to his pusillanimous associates in Brandywine, unenthusiastic assistants in Village Ford, and perfidious collaborators in New Yorktown, Lafayette battled for righteousness and refused to let malfunctions and trepidation overwhelm him as he maintained his head high. Posterior, he would co-author the Declaration of the Rights of Man and the Citizens in 1789. And was pronounced commander of the National Guard, a pivotal position in the inauguration of the French Revolution against the king's demands. Dying at the age of 76 on May 20th, 1834, he was buried in Bunker Hill, where the battle-held theater was a significant morale builder for the inexperienced Americans, and became an honorary American citizen in 2002. Lafayette sincerely was the hero of two worlds. Thank you for your time.